So let's see what day of the week it is. It is Wednesday. I thought it was Wednesday, but I'm learning that I cannot trust that. Today, I am starting a batch of soup. It's going to be miserable in the house. We'll have to open the windows a lot because it's warm out, and the soup really increases the heat and humidity. But I've started a batch of soup stock, and I really want to find a way to do it with a propane burner outside for when I'm living in the bus. I'm really still not sure how I'm going to go about cooking soup for 3 days, leaving it boiling for 3 days when I'm living on the bus. I'm hoping that just a simple propane burner, but maybe I'll wind up using an electric on low. Maybe that would be a better way to go. I don't know. Got any ideas? Tag me in the comments. Let me know of your ideas of how I can make soup, have a constant, reliable source of low simmer heat for 3 days. But it's outside, so it doesn't heat me up. Let me know. I need to figure out what my health problem is. I've tried taking iron and we'll see if that helps. I just did that today. I have no energy. I run out of breath and the backache takes over. But these guys kept me company, and I did get a whole lot of video editing done. I got a whole video put together made out of little clips from yesterday's yard work. I included a piece of that here, but for the whole thing, I recommend you go to my music playlist. It's called. So this X pen is in 2 chunks that goes around behind the trees, and it was along the side of the bus, covered in old plastic tablecloths to keep out the winter winds. And I moved it because now I can put the bunny out here probably tomorrow. It's warm enough for him, and I just want him to have a little sunshine and maybe not so much wind, because he needs to feel comfortable out here. He's 14 years old. He doesn't really do much, but I think he'd really enjoy it, and it might get a little bit more activity out of him. Having actually accomplished something today, I've decided to give in to the lassitude. But I never did mention I'm also making a pot of soup. I started that yesterday. Not soup, stock. It's soup after you add other stuff. Right now I'm just boiling the bones and the meat. And then there's going to come a high energy day when I have to can the bones and meat and the stock in 2 separate operations. And I feed the bones and meat to my dogs. It's really good dog food. It's been boiled for a few days and it's good dog food. And then I've learned to can the stock. I may need to buy more jars. Yeah, I do need to buy more jars, but I think I'll concentrate it down a little deeper too. So I better put jars on the list, especially now that I know I can get them at the co-op. What I mean by get into the lassitude is I'm knitting, and I'm watching the Netflix while I knit. Run out of battery on the camera. Are you done? You had enough? Yeah? Should we give the rest to Piper? Gotta go out for errands, and it's really warm out, and I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna go out in my house clothes and I'll worry about it. It's hot out. I'm just gonna go like this. I don't care anymore what I look like. I genuinely actually don't care. And I don't see why anyone else would. I don't see why it matters. So there's a new store in town that I've never heard of before. Yeah, and I got a thing for helium balloons. So I bought a small tank and a couple of bags of balloons and some string. And I'm going to just enjoy 1 or 2 balloons a day until I run out. Because that is fun. And I like to have fun. So, here you go. Helium balloons, huh? Pretty wild. And you know what else I got? Gonna let my freak flag fly. How do you like the new outfit? Value Village shorts, party time, or store shirt. Oh, less than 30 bucks with tax. Clothing shouldn't have to be expensive. You know what's really weird? And I understand, because helium is lighter than air, and it makes this thing lighter, but it's so light, it just keeps tripping me out, because I'm used to propane, which is not light. This is funny. Push down to fill.
I'm gonna talk funny because of the helium. I could just talk naturally. This is me on helium, and it's starting to go away now. And as I inhale, it goes away.
I didn't do any filming today because I was working so hard. I canned up 10 of these today. I think that's from last... No, that's one of the ones I did today. Condensed soup stock, 4 times condensed. Pressure canned. This one is from way back last September. And these are from January, so all the way to the back of the shelf. I've got 10 of these, plus the ones you can see and some behind, and yeah. I need to give some of them away. There's more than I can eat. There's my canned turkey meat. Don't need to do that for a while, but I took advantage of the post-Christmas season oversized turkeys from the market and was able to get it at a really good price. And it's equivalent in flavor and texture to this stuff. I need to remember that I've got canned soup down here. Poultry vegetable, really good. Really good stuff. I am going to do the recycling today. This is my car. My car is stuffed to the gills. Stuffed to the ceiling. Let me show you inside the car. There's room for me. And everything else is stuffed. Yeah, that's the face. Today, I'm on my way out, and I see some jerk has tagged my door that Dan and I paid for, Dan and I installed, and I painted. And this was a paint job I was proud of, because I got a wood grain texture on a flat, smooth, white metal door. And I got it in red. And I dropped everything. I just stopped the car, went and got my tools. I'm still dressed in my shopping clothes, and I am going to take that off my door. You can tag a door when you buy a door. Well, I was going to paint it after I sanded it, but I'm actually quite happy with this, and it still gives it a sense of a weathered wooden door, so I'm going to leave it like that. I came just a couple bucks shy of 60 bucks in deposit returns on those beverage cartons. Yeah. Spent most of it on colostomy appliances, and we figured out it's not a colostomy, it's cost a lot to me. taking this down. I got Dan's help. We moved part of it. This has to wait for a day when we have the time to do the whole thing. But yeah, the shelter's coming down. What do you think of that? I can already see through from my kitchen window to the street for the first time in years. And that's going to be nice because it's been driving me batty. People were able to park here and be completely hidden, an entire truck. And I mean, that's part of how they stole the tires from here. They were able to park their truck in such a way that until I noticed that the gate was flapped open, I didn't know there was anyone here. And I do think that I looked out here earlier and the gate wasn't open, and I looked out later and it was. So I was actually up and occasionally looking out the window while they were stealing my tires. So that's going on. We've temporarily put the structure there. The covers for it are under the bus, folded up for now. And what we need to do is we need to put that white trailer in the front yard, and then we can clean up this area, set up that shelter, and use it for both the car and workshop use for working on the bus in inclement weather. And actually, that's going to be really nice. Having that shelter back here is going to be so very useful. And in other news, I'm scheduled for surgery on Monday. It's minor surgery, major, I don't know, minor, major. It's surgery to repair a hernia on my stoma. It cost a lot to me, is going to be reconfigured. Surgery on Monday. Yeah, they'll be keeping me in overnight. And they said possibly 2 nights. I'm confident that I will heal with my usual speed and not need to worry about staying over an extra night. I will have to pack a bag with some things to wear and stuff. But in garden news, I'm noticing that the Saskatoon bushes over in the corner are budding. The buds are swelling. The chokecherry trees buds are swelling. And there's green turning up in the lawn all over the place. So summer's well underway. We don't have spring anymore. We go straight from winter to summer. It's going to be 26 on the weekend. But this is the Saskatoon tree that you can see that is coming to bud. So that's really nice. I know. Probably coulda, shoulda, didn't bring you along. Timmy and I went for a bike ride downtown and brought my cuckoo clock to the repair shop. It has stopped ticking. Yes, he does. Stick his little head in. And when he's done, we have to wipe him down with a damp cloth to get the honey out of his hair.
Someone as sweet as you doesn't need to be all covered in honey, does you? And you are, aren't you? All over your face. Sticky, licky, sticky honey everywhere. Okay, let me put down the camera and do this job properly.
I got the rest of the shelter down and transported to the backyard. And everything put away, and good God, it's nice. You can really see out the window now. Now I can tell if there's someone parked out front. So, I knew I didn't have the energy to do the job and film it, so I didn't even try. I just said, okay, I have enough energy to get this job done. It'll be a darn good excuse to lay around lazy for a couple of days without feeling guilty about what I'm not doing. Because I'll have a good enough excuse even for myself. Oh, that parrot, he's something else. So I'm having coffee break, and I'm doing lots of photo moving. I'm moving photos. Now that's the phone. That's my photo directories, one of the folders, the one with Timmy in it. You see all the little Timmy pics. And I'm moving some of the stuff over, but the other job that I've been doing is sorting out my pictures. So I've got the whole list of where all the different photo album folders, and then I move things. I've got a folder called Unsorted, and in it I put everything that I don't have time to sort, and then move it from there to its respective folders along here. So I haven't done that for 6 years. It's taking a while. It's been 6 years. What we're doing here is Dan's putting the trailer in the front yard, so we've got room to set up the shelter in the backyard. Because I know I could do this, but I cannot do this yet because I haven't done any backing up with the trailer. In order for me to do this, first I have to have practice in a safe place, because that's a very narrow entry. There's not a lot of room for screwing up. So Dan's got to do this one. And it's a challenging one because you got to rev it at some point in order to get it up the sidewalk. Rev. A little more revving. At this point he might spin his tires. A little more. A little more. A little more.
How much further?
Oh, another at least another yard. Keep going. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. All the way to what? Till it meets me. Beautiful.
It went up on there nice and smooth, actually.
That was not bad. It was pretty tidy. Got it all on video.
That's about, I backed up trailers like about half a dozen times in my lifetime.
Yeah, I've never done it once. That's why I don't.
Which way do you want to go?
So the door is facing the house. Well, you saw. How much farther back do you want to go?
Let me see.
You got another yard before you hit the bench.
Yeah, okay, but I'm spinning it.
Yeah, I will warn you if you're gonna do this by yourself. I'll just warn you. I'll also give it a push on this end. I'll help by pushing here. Yeah, you're fine. Keep going.
That's
You're good.
back. Now I can pivot it.
Yeah. As you can see out the window, the trailer does not obstruct my view the way the car shelter used to do. That I could lock it from the inside, so I would sleep in there. And the trees kept a lot of the weather off, and it was a pretty decent spot, cool to sleep in, because my attic gets so hot. And if I can't get the bus done in time, I can set up the trailer for sleeping again this year. Neck massage, back massage, and foot massage. Worked hard. I got the skeleton of the structure up. I just have to put the wrap on it and hammer in the spikes nice and deep. I tighten everything up and the darn thing's done, and the car fits in it, and it still fits within the space, and everything's just hunky-dory. But man, am I sorry. I made it rhyme. I meant to say sore, but I had to make it rhyme because I like to make things. Dogs are just rocking this sunshine. Well, he was laying down there, lounging. And she was laying lounging. But you see, when the human being comes inside, then everybody's got to come inside. Pack leader and all that. I am heading off to see my doctor about a pre-op form.